Right, so today I was looking around CEX, as I do whenever I'm in town, and I happened to see that they had a film I had not seen in a very long time called Reign of Fire. And it's a film about dragons, basically. But I got drawn to it because I hadn't seen this film in ages. It's one of these like hidden gem films that you forget about, that you've watched a while ago and you completely forgot that it was decent. Well, anyway, so I decided I was going to rent this, rent, going back in the past, isn't it? I decided I was going to buy this DVD. It's £1.50, so I thought, oh, why not? I'll go and watch it. I can't remember much about it. I do remember Matthew McConaughey being a bit like nutty military type, and I can remember a lot of images of it, but I couldn't remember much. But I just remember the dragons being really cool, like looking really good. So I picked up the DVD, and it was in CX where they had sort of like, mostly they have them like I have my DVDs where it's all in line like that. But in CX they have some facing, like cover facing out, because there's usually got like a big stack of them. So they just put them cover facing out so you can flick through and see them. And I saw Reign of Fire, and I sort of started flicking through to look for like a decent case sort of thing, because something looks a bit ropey. And at the back, I found amazing like slip cover for it. So as you know what slip covers are like, so normally slip covers are like this. So this is it, right? So basically, slip cover is just a little dust cover, basically, like you get in a book, and the disc underneath. So it's usually about the same image as that. That's the slip cover, and it slips in there, which is cool. Now, Reign of Fire was different. This is the case for Reign of Fire. Look at that. How glorious does that look, first of all? And your DVD is like, comes out the side. So that's the traditional cover for Reign of Fire. Yeah, look at that. And obviously the back there. Also, I love the fact it's got red there as well, right? So that's the slipcase. However, the slipcase is this thing I've not seen happen before. It probably does happen before. But this, look, you open it up and you get that amazing artwork. Look at that. London's on fire. The dragon looks phenomenal. We've got the helicopter there. That is a stunning piece of artwork. I'd love that as a mural on my wall. That is, I'm not a big dragon guy. I'm not a fantasy guy, but I think that image is striking. I know it's on the disc cover. It's basically, it's the cover of the disc. But obviously, it's the elongated version of the cover of the disc. So I'm trying to. I've had to put on my little ring light things. And I hate ring lights because you get that circle in the glasses, circle there. I hate ring lights, but I've had to put one because I've got a very dark front room. But yeah, so look at that. That is phenomenal. But look, I just couldn't believe when I did that artwork. I'd love a poster of that. I really would. Like, that is brilliant. So that's just what I wanted to say about that. Fantastic, right? Bit of artwork. So the movie itself. Now I remembered it being okayish when I first watched it. It was made in 2002. So, and we all know CGI was quite ropey back then. You got some really dodgy CGI and stuff back then. And I was like, is this going to be any good? Is it what? Because I remember it being just like, oh, it's not a right film. The watch I watched of this today, this film is bloody brilliant, right? So first we've got to talk about the dragons, because they're obviously the main villain of the film is the dragons. And they look, just like you see on that cover artwork there, they are phenomenal looking CGI dragons. For the time, obviously, some of the crap CGI we got at the time, like in the early 2000s, it was abominable. It was just awful. This, brilliant, because they don't use too much. It's not over CGI. The dragons are, obviously, because they're just like pure CGI dragons. But they do a phenomenal job of, like, whoever did the artwork, the digital stuff on that, fantastic. So what's the film about? Essentially, let's start from it. Basically, they're building a new railway, underground tunnel in London. So they're going to do a new underground line, and they're drilling away at it, and they uncover like a cavern, and out of this cavern comes this giant dragon. And then what you find out, the backstory after that, is that once the dragon comes out, it multiplies, and they basically waste the world. They torch every city in the planet. They just run amok over the entire world and wipe out civilization. You're sort of looking at sort of like a sort of an Evil Dead sort of like civilization that's been left behind after the dragons have sort of like decimated everything. So then we go to a castle in Northumberland, I think it was, where you've got Christian Bale, Gerard Butler, sort of helping take care of like a little community. Sort of Christian Bale is very much sort of the leader of the community, and they're trying to sort of like survive in this sort of post-apocalyptic world, really, after these dragons have run amok. and they've got like farming going on there. They've got, it's very Walking Dead, sort of the latter series of Walking Dead, where you've got like communities trying to rebuild everything and that. But they're also watching for the skies. They have this very sort of fear of these dragons are going to come and like wipe everything out. Because the dragon's still about. They're still trying to take everyone out. You then later find out that the dragons sort of feed on ash and people. So and you find out sort of that this has all happened before. That what the dragons do, like these them flies in America, where they basically disappear for so long. So they'll be around, wipe out the entire, decimate sort of the world. So they decimate the dinosaurs. They then decimate like another civilization, and then they go underground into hiding and probably sleep for like centuries, and then come back out when the world's kind of replenished, and they go and wipe it all out again. Is it Akeda flies that do that? They sort of go underground for like so long, then come out and nothing knows their food anyway. So that's what it does here. This is reminding me of a log fire. I feel like I'm like a storyteller in front of a fireplace or something at the minute. I just keep looking at this and thinking of like old school fireplaces. I'd love a fireplace. So yeah, so that's the story of the dragons. That and the government try to stop them. They can't. They launch nukes to try and stop them, and that just decimated the world even more. And it's just people are left, and they're trying to hide. And then suddenly, in this little community, are sort of like living as they do, and suddenly a load of tanks turn up, and it's Americans. So it's kind of dubious how they managed to get there. To be honest with you, these Americans turned up. They're dragon slayers. They've been killing dragons. They've worked out how to kill some of them, and they've got this theory that there's one male dragon, only one male, and the rest of them are females. And the females lay eggs. The males fertilise them, kind of like they reference it like fish, where the females will lay loads of eggs, and then you get the male that comes on and fertilises them. And then the plan is that the American guy wants to go to London, because this is where the original dragon was, when we see at the beginning. They want to go to London and fight and kill that dragon, because then if they kill the only male, there's no more dragons. So that's the plot of the film. But it's mainly, most of the film though, it really concentrates on this community and the protection of the community, and how Christian Bale's character, being the leader of the community, is kind of fighting against the American guy who wants to take a load of them to form a little army and go fight the dragon. So there's a lot of the whole sort of like, I would rather us hide back here, and the American guys might know we need to go and fight. Now, standout things in this film, obviously, the actors in this film, we know they're good actors. So you've got Christian Bale in there, who we know is a great actor. The Dark Knight films are phenomenal. He's phenomenal as Batman. He's a very method actor, so he obviously goes deep into character and stuff. You've got Matthew McConaughey, who seems to, he's one of these people, you think he's going to be the same character every time. He's got that accent, he's got that sort of like, oh, hey, yo, like sort of accent. But in this film, he's very different from what you see him in other films. He's a proper psycho nut, sort of American military. He's got the shaved head, the beard, tattooed up, ripped. And it's just like, and he's proper like psycho. He's kind of like Ahab or Quint from Jaws. So if you've, Moby Dick is the Ahab character. He's Quint from Jaws. He's that, I must kill this shark, no, dragon, whatever. No matter what, that's the main goal. I will kill this animal and I'll keep. He's very much that. In fact, the end of this film is very much like Jaws as well. There's like some similarities there. So we get that passion to want to kill and stuff like that. And how they kill the dragon is actually quite clever as well. So, and the physiological, yeah. So that physiological, the dragons, the way their nature is very cleverly written in this film as well. So anyway, so yeah, so we've got him, we've got Matthew McConaughey, we've also got Gerard Butler, who does another fantastic job in this. He's the sort of comic relief, best friend of Christian Bale, and they work very well together as well. That's quite a nice little pairing there. So yeah, and the rest of the actors, the supporting cast as well, very believable in their roles. You get the guy that's kind of going against the grain, that lives in the community, who's trying to. But they do a thing where he's going against the grain, but there's a reason for it. He's got a family. It's what he believes is right. There's a lot of real good stuff in this film. So I was very surprised at how good this film was, and that I'd forgotten that this film was actually as good as it was. So all I can really say to you is that, without trying to get into too much spoiler stuff, go and find this film in CX. It's £1.50. It's just, this is the case you'll probably see in CX if you're looking for it. But if you can find the red one, I think that looks good. In fact, it's red. mean, mine's got a little bit of a break there, but I'm not too dissed about that. But I love that case as well. That case is phenomenal artwork. But if you can find this version with that, definitely get that. That is just, oh, I want that so much. There's a big poster in my room. Anyway, so we'll get into spoilers now. And the fact that this film mirrors Jaws to me right at the end. Now, why does it mirror Jaws to me? Because you get 3 people on a mission to kill a big animal. You get the nutty one, which is the Quint character, which is Matthew McConaughey, as I said before. You get his like counterpart. He's like second in command of his little army he's got, little militia. She's very much like the Hooper type. She's the sort of like science. She's like the pilot, and she's the she's more the common sensey one. And then you've got the Brody character, which is Christian Bale's character, who's kind of a fish out of water in this like military style thing, but he's gunning for it. He really wants to kill that dragon. And the ending plays out beat for beat the same as Jaws, where you get the girl goes down hurt, you get the Matthew McConaughey, I give spoilers, big spoilers here, you get the Matthew McConaughey character who then dies trying to, at the same time as fighting the dragon, as you get Quint trying to fight the shark in Jaws. And then you get the ending with almost a smile you son of a bitch ending, where Christian Bale, they basically work out that there's glands in the mouth of the dragons that they have 2 chemicals. Once they ignite, that's where the fire comes from. That's where dragons breathe fire. Obviously, they shoot a big bomb gun thing straight into the mouth, and just like Jaws. So it's literally smile you son of a bitch, the tank in the mouth, boom. It's literally beat for beat the ending of Jaws. But it's forgivable because it's actually quite a good ending. You get quite a tense ending. It's very well done. I mean, it could be a bit more tense, or it could have been a little bit better, but it was still well done. Now, I will say this. There is a little bit of dodgy green screen every so often, but not much for an early 2000s film. A lot of good set building, a lot of good sets, a lot of good scenery stuff, which makes it better, a bit more practical. I'd have liked to see practical dragons, but the way they work that CGI dragon is, it's not as good as Smaug in the Hobbit films, but it's pretty damn close. Consider it was done, what, 20 years before that? When were the Hobbit films? Or maybe about 15 years before that, I don't know. But yeah, 2002, and we're only 22, yeah, so 22 years ago that film was made, and it ain't bad. And do you know what? I'm so glad I picked it up again, because I should have watched this film a lot more. This should be in my list of brilliant, brilliant films to watch. It's a forgotten gem. Like, there are so many films that you sort of watched at the time and you forgot they were as good as they are. And I keep finding this because I've started to build my DVD collection again. So I spend a lot of time in CX. I spend a lot of time in charity shops, just browsing and spotting films I've not seen for a long time. I thought, I haven't seen that film yet. I'm going to watch it. And then you're pleasantly surprised by a decent film. This was one of them. This is only a 12 as well. So you could probably watch it with your family, like your kids and that, because it ain't that bad. But, oh, I still want to warm myself by this fire. I keep looking at it. But yeah, so I said, get yourself a CX, get yourself a copy of that. They had loads in the CX. There were like 7 copies in a little stack. And get it, because it's worth getting. It's a decent film. And I said, and if you can find this copy, definitely get that one, because that slipcase is well worth it. I might have a look through CX, because I mean, when you CX, you see like that side of it normally, right? That's what you normally see in CX, yeah? You don't see that, you see that. And if I see slipcovers, I might start taking some down, see if I can find any more that do that and reveal some decent artwork. So maybe that's a thing that happened. Maybe in 2002 they did that. And a little rush of films doing it. I mean, one good film I will say about is DVD. And this is what I love about DVDs and like physical media as well, is that you find things inside in the cases. So obviously you always get your little bit of paper like that with all your sort of like scenes and stuff like that. I always like those. It's like instruction manuals in the computer games, you know, you used to have those. But there's, look, DVD experience. And it's basically just a Philips, like, what things are coming out. So you get a little snapshot of the time. Things like the Osborne show. Remember that? That was good, wasn't it? The Osbournes, there's Rain of Fire right next to it, look at that. There's other, like, so Chicago's on here. You go through and you just find like random DVDs that are probably out around about the same sort of time, or this company has published. Insomnia with Robin Williams. Look, an M. Night Shyamalan collection. Look, The Signs, that must have just come out. So yeah, I mean, there's little things like that. I mean, I love things like this because you get to go through and think, oh God, I remember that. Again, finding films you didn't know about, or maybe you've just completely forgot. You watched before and you've forgotten. But yeah, that's why I love DVDs and physical media. Well, I've started building a collection up again because one, the streaming service could take a film down that you like. If you've got a DVD, it's going nowhere. I have got so many DVDs that I'm starting to build up a collection for, and I'm loving it. Like I'm just finding these classics I haven't seen for years. Oh, seriously, if you love film, keep your streaming services because you get to watch films and stuff, but get some DVDs. Go to CX. I mean, you can use CX like a video rental place, you know, that's why I see it like. So if you get buy it for £1.50, you watch it, you take it back, you might get 10p back on it or whatever it's going to be. But you're still like when we used to rent them back in the day before we had streaming service. You go to Blockbuster or your local video shop, you'd rent out a film for like a pound, one of the older films for like £1 and take it back. It's like doing that. Just use CX like a rental shop. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching me ramble on about how excited I got of a film that was made in 2002. But yeah, enjoy yourselves, guys, and have a good night. And get down to CX, see what you can find. And let me know if you've gone to CX or Cherry, you found something that you didn't know happened or something phenomenal. Put it in the comments, please. I love to find out about stuff like this. I love to find out about special DVDs and stuff that I didn't know about. But maybe found a video. I've got somewhere a box set of a Titanic video with a load of extra stuff in it, which is quite cool. But yeah, so let me know if you found any hidden treasures. Let me know about a movie that you forgot about and spotted it. Oh my God, watch it again and actually realise how good it was, but you'd completely forgotten the film even existed. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your night and I'll see you soon. And again, if you could like and so we're very close to getting like 500 subscribers, and my kids are like going out of their minds. They wanted to get to 500 and they keep looking at it, and occasionally it'll go up, occasionally it'll go down. They're like, oh my God, it's going to be 500 soon. I don't know what they think is going to happen when it gets 500. It'll be fireworks or some fanfare or something. But anyway, guys, see you later. And again, please like and subscribe. And it doesn't cost you anything. Some people, I was talking to someone the other day who thought when you subscribed to someone on YouTube, you have to pay for it. There's like a membership thing where you can do that, but no, subscription's completely free. So don't be thinking, oh my God, if I subscribe to him, I've got to pay money. You don't. It's not like Netflix subscription. It's just completely for free. Anyway, cheers, guys, and see you soon. Bye.